Hi guys, in this video we will be learning the basics of Scratch. Let's get started. First, your website is scratch.mit.edu. So normally your screen is going to look like this. So if you don't have an account already, you can just click on Join Scratch. Click it, it gives you this screen. So you can fill out these and then you can click on Next and do your other steps. But since I already have an account, I'm going to sign in. Then, when you made an account, you can sign in also. Or normally, I think you're already going to be signed in. So, now, if you have some projects, you can go into your My Project page. It says it's actually My Stuff, and it looks like a folder. And I have all of these projects. So, we are going to be looking on how to make a game. So, first, we're going to go to this Create. It's going to be on your top left corner. Create. We're just going to let it load. It's going to say creating projects, loading sprites, and it's going to bring you to this screen. So now, if you don't want a cat in your game, you can just go ahead and click this trash can to delete it. So now, what you want to do is you want to make a sprite. How you make a sprite is you hover on the cat and on the plus, and then you have to click on paint. Now you can make a sprite. So first we're just going to make a circle. We're going to make the circle red. Now we are going to press Shift, and if you didn't know, I just changed this mouse to a circle so I can make circles. But when you start to make your circle, you see that it can be in any shape. It can be an oval or a circle. But let's say you only want a perfect circle. And you also notice that there's this outline. And let's say you don't want that outline. Well, you can just delete that. You don't need to do that. But you can just go to the outline, and then you can see your thickness. You want to turn that to 0 so there's no outline. And how I changed the color was I went beside outline into fill. And then I clicked on the arrow, and yeah. So now, as I said, the circle and Shift to get a perfect circle. So now you see that it won't give you any ovals. It will give you a perfect circle. So now we're just going to make the circle a little small, and you can check your size on the screen. And whenever you make any sprite, you always want to drag it to the middle. And how you know it's the middle is, so if it's not selected, make sure it's selected. And then you'll see these two lines that are going parallel to each other. And then you see this circle with two lines that are going parallel to each other. So you can just attach the two lines to the other two lines, and then it's going to click, and it's going to lock it there. But if you move it, it's going to move to the other place. But make sure that it clicks and goes to the center. So now you want to drag your ball. So you can also drag your ball on your real place where it's going to project everything. but you also do want to drag it in the middle here. So now we're not done yet with this. So first we're just gonna get a rectangle. We're gonna turn the thickness 0. Let's say we want to make this rectangle something like a kind of light gray. Make it like that. So now we can just zoom in to get it perfectly. So now we can make this and we can put it forward. This is our gun, by the way. Okay. So here, some normal people don't hold their gun above their heads because this is a head. So what you want to do is you want to go up and you see back. You want to click on back and then there you go. It goes behind the head. So now what you want to do is on your projection, you see that it's not that good. So instead of just making that bigger, you can just make the circle smaller and drag it to the middle. But now you see that when you do this, they're both not in the middle, both of them. Only the circle is in the middle, but this is not in the middle. So what you want to do is you want to press shift so you can select both of them. So select the circle and the rectangle. Now you can drag both of those to the middle. Or you can just drag to the middle. So now you're going to go to your code so you can kill it. So almost in every game you want to go to events and get when flag clicked. So it can know what to do when the flag is clicked, which is basically the start button. So first, we always want our character to go to the exact middle. So we can just go into motion, which means where it can move and stuff. So there you can select the go to X and then the Y. So when you get this block, you can just set everything to 0. So it goes to the exact middle, just like that. So now let's put our other code. So always. So you always need a forever loop. So the program could run for like until you make it stop. So what you're going to do is you're going to drag in a forever loop and do control. And now you're going to put an if statement. So why we're going to put an if statement is because we're trying to make a control, like the controls, so WASD, but in this video we're only going to focus on W and how it like follows the mouse pointer. So now how you do this is you have to go into control and drag in an if statement. So now you see this empty space and you see the shape of it. So I just memorized that all the shapes that are like this are mostly in sensing. So you can go into sensing and then you see all of these. So now when you look at all these blocks, you find key space pressed. So instead of doing space, we're gonna do W. And you can't just type W in, not gonna work. So you can select W. Now it's gonna move forward, right? So we can just do we can just do what's it called? Yeah, motion and then move. I forgot what it was called. So move 3 steps. And then when you click the flag, it keeps on running, and when you press the forward, it moves forward. But see, when you go to the edge, it just stays there. And you can't press forward right now. So in order to stop that, you can just do if on edge bounce, but I don't want to. But I'll just show you what this is gonna do. So when you do this, it's basically gonna hit the edge and then turn the other way, just like that. It's gonna bounce. But I'm not gonna put this here because I don't really want to do it. Because there's a solution to this. There's another solution to this. So now the solution is, well, it's basically what I was talking before. We want to make it point towards the mouse pointer, and there's a block that says exactly what I said. Point towards mouse pointer in the motion section. So you want to drag that in the forever. Well, why didn't we drag go to X and Y in the forever? Well, if we do that, let's see what happens. Well, I think what's going to happen. It's just, if we move, it's basically just going to go to the middle. It's not going to let you move. Because it's always going to go to the forever. It's always going to go to X0 and Y0. So now we don't want to do that. So now our controls work. W only. So